Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. If you happen to be new here, my name's Sam. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome guys. Come on in. Really hope you decide to stick around. Hit the subscribe button, ding the little bell if you don't want to miss a video whenever I post, unless you do want to miss videos, and in that case, be my guest. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Really helps me out a lot, you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. So, the kiddos are in bed, and Mama's having a happy juice, and I'm surrounded by some of my favorite plants, hence this video. Plants that, most of them are plants that have red abaxial sides, red or reddish purple, which is just red undersides to their leaves. I am a big fan of plants with red on them, or any color for that matter. I just thought it could be a fun idea to share some of my favorite red plants with y'all, so that's what we're going to be doing. Anyways guys, if this sounds like your jam, hold on, hang tight, and let's jump right on in to the video. Next up we have this beauty, and this is actually a Euphorbia. This is not a plant that I've ever shown on my channel. It's actually quite new. I haven't had it that long. I got it in my latest shopping video that I posted, which was filmed probably a month and a half ago-ish, maybe, something like that. I believe this is called Euphorbia Trigona. It is this beautiful cactus-looking species. It's not a cactus because it actually has leaves on it, and cacti don't have leaves. So it is a succulent in the Euphorbia family. I'm pretty fascinated with Euphorbia. I really like some of the funky growth patterns and just funky looks to them. I think they're really neat, and this one I have actually had on my wish list, believe it or not, for a little while. I never see them out and about in person, so that's the only reason I never picked one up. So I found these at my local Kroger, snagged one up. I actually just recently repotted this, and it desperately needs a water. I forgot I didn't water it in. I'm gonna water it after I get done filming, but this is not even as red as they can get. So these leaves can come in, and if you give them enough light, you can sun stress them and make them very, very dark red. The base of the plant, the body of the plant, actually can become sun stressed as well and turn this really beautiful bright red color. So that's my intentions with this one in particular, but I really wanted to share him because I just think he's so funky and quirky. It's a vibe. I love it. He's a cool dude. Next we have a plant that's actually sitting behind me, and this is my little Syngonium. This is a Syngonium Urethaphyllum, a very dark foliaged Syngonium. These are quite pricey, but I managed to score this one on Etsy for a reasonable price. Granted, it was just a little tiny baby, still is, but it's been growing pretty well for me since I brought it into my home. You can see the front of their leaves are very, very dark, almost this black color. It's like a black Syngonium, really. And then the back sides are known for this beautiful, deep, dark, purplish red color. Absolutely gorgeous. This was his newest leaf right here, and we're currently working on unfurling another one. I feel like you really get to see those colors on the new leaves whenever they first come in. This is a very neat Syngonium because it's unlike any other Syngonium I have ever seen or have in my collection. Most of them just aren't, I don't know what it is. I really have been into more solid color Syngoniums lately. But yeah, this one's right up my alley. It's a solid 2 colors, and one of them being red, and I love dark foliage. So anyways, this plant is quite similar to the Syngonium Urethaphyllum I just showed you guys, and this is my Philodendron Dark Lord. I've had him for right around 6 months now. He was an import, so I did have to reroot him. I can actually see some roots coming out the bottom of this drainage hole, so I take it he is well rooted. I can't remember if I actually lost all of the roots on this one or not, or just a few, but I know he had to be re-rooted. He was like down here, and it was just a couple of leaves. I did lose a couple after the import, but honestly not as many as I would have expected. So he's doing pretty well. This was a new leaf here. You can see it's like starting to turn colors. So when they first come in, we'll try to show you, here's a new leaf coming in. When they first come in, they're like blood red, beautiful blood red, deep red, absolutely gorgeous. And then over time, they harden off to this almost black color, this really dark color, but the back sides do stay the beautiful red. It's actually kind of more of an orangey red. Those beautiful leaves paired with this deep red petiole and stem, absolutely incredible. I love him. So I was very excited if you watched that unboxing from Aroid Market. Whenever I got this plant, it was like the reason I placed that order. So really happy to have him. I believe there's also like a Royal Queen or something like that. There's a few different types of philodendron with a similar look with a dark foliage. Oh, okay, here's the new leaf. It's actually coming up out of the petio now. It's going to be unfurling soon. Oh, that's exciting. I did have a new leaf coming in here. It was between this one and this one. I don't know what happened. Like, I just looked at it the wrong way and it snapped that new leaf off. Really unfortunate. If you grow philodendrons, then you probably know what I'm talking about, because sometimes they just tend to do that. The pink princesses especially, they really have a bad habit of that. He's beautiful. He's a favorite. I need to get him a moss pole or something so he can attach to potentially and climb, so I can get those really large leaves. But for now, I've just been really enjoying growing this, and I think he's gorgeous. This will be an awesome Halloween plant as well. I feel like I should have done this video probably around Halloween time or Valentine's Day maybe, but whenever I get an idea, it's just like, okay, I need to do that now. I just go with it, okay? So the next plant I want to talk about is Philodendron Luxuriant El Chaco Red. I mean, it literally has the word red in its name, so hello. You guys know this was #1 wish list forever. I feel like I'm going to say that because so many of these plants were at my wish list, and so many of these plants, well, all of these plants have red in them. So I finally scored this 6 or 7 months ago maybe. This is right before we moved to where we're at now. We were still in the apartment. Well, lo and behold, it got root rot and I rotted its roots. That's like an ongoing thing with me. You guys will see over the years. I sway heavily between underwatering and overwatering and underwatering. Yeah. It's like a thing with me, but it is what it is. So anyways, I haven't got the growth that I probably should have gotten for the amount of time that I've had this plant, but it's completely my fault. It's my negligence. I caused a hiccup in his growth. So 100% my fault, my doings, but this was a new leaf that he had given me a few months ago. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, it's so velvety and suede-y, and then you have this light green, almost like a lightning bolt green veins going down through the leaves, these beautiful heart-shaped leaves. And then, you guys, it just opened up and unfurled this gorgeous leaf here. Look at the difference between, like, in contrast with one another, those leaves are just to die for. And then obviously this plant made this list because of the lovely red on the back sides of its leaves. Like, it's just really incredible. I just can't imagine whenever it gets like as big as, say, like my Pastazanum or my Adipopoense. I can't even like fathom it. It's gonna be incredible. But I actually just noticed, so he just unfurled this leaf. There is another little growth point making its way up here, so hopefully it is still in moss. Hopefully now that it's rooted again and it's actively growing, it shouldn't take too long for this plant to actually, become a little bit more established. At least that's what I'm hoping. El Chaco Red. Oh, look at you. You are beautiful. Ta-da! Guys, I am so proud of this plant. I'm so proud of this plant. This is a lipstick plant. This is the black Pagoda lipstick plant. I've had my Mona Lisa for a couple of years now, and that plant is incredible. I love it so much. I'm going to insert a clip of it here on the screen so you guys can see how she's doing. She just blooms nonstop, like I'm telling you, and she has little red blooms that look like tubes of lipstick. So technically I can include her in this, and also when the new growth comes in on that plant, it is red. She's growing like mad. She absolutely loves the place that I have her living right now, blooming like crazy. I mean, I love that plant. This is another one that I wanted, and I finally got it, and it's been living in my kitchen where I get to admire it every day. It like hangs up above my sink on that little plant table hanger thing. But guess what? So I put it down for this video, right? I've just been waiting patiently to get some blooms on this plant because I know it's getting adequate lighting. I know that it's in a great spot for it to bloom when it's ready. I put it down, and you guys, I will insert some clips or some pictures on the screen whenever these blooms open up. But yeah, I mean, they're all over. I know they're tiny, so it's going to be difficult to show you all of them. And it's so cool because they look so different than my Mona Lisa already. Like, they've got these little spikes coming out. I don't know. I'm just so excited to see what these blooms are going to look like. They honestly look kind of like little bugs just chilling there with little antennas. And they're everywhere. I mean, there's little bunches of them just coming in all over this plant. And I am seriously, I cannot express to you, like words cannot express to you how excited I am. I mean, they're just everywhere. They're everywhere. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. I got this plant because I love the foliage. That's what we're here for, okay? I love the foliage. So obviously, look at the backs of the leaves. Now this is one that I think is a little bit more purple rather than red. Just, that's a fun plant, y'all. I don't care what you say. This is a fun ass plant and it blooms. Are you serial? This is actually one of the plants that made me want to make this video where it's like, doo-dah, standing there washing dishes and I just look up and I'm like, video idea. Like, I love this plant so much. I want to show it and I've got a great idea. Black Pagoda. If you don't have one, highly recommend this one. And the Mona Lisa as well. All the lipstick plants. I love them. The curly lipstick plant is on my list next. I really want that one. I think it's super cool. Look at these new leaves coming in. They're so cutesy. But yeah, this is my baby. My girl. Okay. Just enough spotlight for you. Similar to the Black Pagoda. I mean, it's not a similar plant at all, but the pattern, okay? This is an orchid. The pattern on this, it's very, very similar, in my opinion, to the Black Pagoda. Like, look at that. How similar
is that variegation pattern?
Is that not super similar? And they're both in my kitchen window, so it's like, meh, I don't know. Don't mind washing dishes these days, I'll tell you that. This little beauty is a Psychopsis mendenhall Hildos, and it is pretty closely related to Phalaenopsis. The care is kind of similar, and the main difference, obviously, is the beautiful red on the leaf. So this is actually a pretty popular orchid in the orchid community. From what I hear, it's pretty easy to get your hands on. It's pretty inexpensive for the most part. Now, I would never find one of these where I live. The only orchids we can get here are just straight green Phalaenopsis. So I did have to order this baby, but if you live somewhere, you know, anywhere other than where I live, you could probably get your hands on one. Obviously, that is why I got this baby, but the blooms on these actually are really neato. I'll try to insert a picture of what they look like. So the goal is to hopefully one day get this orchid to bloom for me. But you guys, the cool thing about this orchid is that they shoot out their own plant. So this was just these two babies right here when I got it. Recently, it started shooting up pups. So this one, they grow from a bulb in the soil. So they grow their own little bulbs and then the leaves come up out of the bulbs. So this is a new little orchid right here coming in. And this one right here, which is kind of hard to see, that one's new. Also, isn't that so cool? Definitely made my list, okay? Let it grow. Let it grow. I think it's just super cool. An orchid that you buy for the foliage specifically, that's pretty awesome. Okay, we're almost done here. I definitely wanted to share this one with you. This one's pretty new as well. I just hauled it not too long ago. This is actually an Aglionema, or Chinese evergreen. This is the chocolate Aglionema, okay? Chocolate. Ooh, girl, look at those backsides. Look at your behind. Oh my goodness. It's like freaking red and almost black, candy striped. Incredible. Love it. The leaves are like a lighter green as well, especially when they first come in, like right here. This is a new leaf because there's two plants in this pot. Look at that. Phenomenal. It's like a light green. The veins are very, very intriguing. You get that red, pink, fuchsia color on the back. It's just gorgeous. And of course, I've got her in this really cute pink little cashpo. Love her so much. And she is actually, I think, yeah, she's working on another new leaf right here. You just got to see these new leaves. Like this one, when it first came in, like this big leaf, it was such a beautiful lime green. Like that lime green color mixed with all of the other things that this plant has going on. It's just really awesome, okay? So it's easy to see why she is a favorite and why I wanted this plant for so very long. I actually think that's a bloom coming in, maybe. Mama looked pregnant. She looked thick. I think that's a bloom coming in, you guys. I don't know. Made this list. Enough. That's enough plants, girl. Save some for the next video. Yeah, you guys leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's your favorite red plants. Do you like red plants at all? Do you like the reddish purple abaxial sides? Do you like the red splotchy variegation? Like, what's your jam? Let me know. I'd be really interested to know. And is there any that I need to put on my wish list and add to my collection of red babies? Thank you guys so much for hanging out, watching this video. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Y'all are the best. I will see you guys again very soon in my next video. But until then, I love you guys. Bye, y'all.